That supreme divine entity, whom somebody calls Krishna, somebody calls Ram, somebody calls Shiv, somebody says Brahman, somebody says Paramatma, Bhagavan, God, Lord, Allah, Khuda, Ahura Mazda. Who is that?
You have heard about some people say Ram, some say Krishna, Vishnu, Hanuman, Zeus, Thor, Allah, God, Bhagavan, Ishwar, etc. You must know that the name of God since centuries is under conflict by the religious leaders and gurus. And obviously their followers say that the one who they worship is the real God. Now, how can a person who is a neutral can identify that who really is the God? Is the one that they are worshipping or the one being worshipped by their community? Or the God is the one who is allowing the people of the world of planet Earth to be able to see his true name, identify his true name, watch his true name, observe his true name through the nature. The nature which is created by God, which is under the control of God, which is commanded and being transformed by the God. Now who is that one? What is the personal name of God? How to find out the personal name of God? The God is not the name. It is the category, like a category of creatures or the category of creators. And there are so many creators. The creator of World of Warcraft, creator of Dota 2, creator of cricket, creator of website, creator of video trailers. But there is one more creator, the best among all the creators. And that one is the creator of universe. That is what we call the God. And in many other religions, you can say that God, Ishwar or Bhagwan, but when you will try to use a personal name to label him with any specific name, then it will never be accepted from you unless the God has given any divine sign and authority on your claim. Now let's suppose if I say that the personal name of the God of the universe is Allah, it is my claim. Now it is my responsibility to represent a practical divine sign, divine proof from the God on my claim. And if I cannot show you the divine signs from the God on his personal name, then my claim regarding the name which I am saying, Allah is his personal name, it should not be accepted by 7 billion people of the world. It should be rejected if I cannot represent practical proof. And why should a neutral person, why should a person who can use his common sense, brain, logic, science, wisdom, intelligence, why should that person accept my claim over all other religious gurus and leaders of the world who are trying to preach their religions, who are trying to preach that their religion is true, who are trying to preach that if you follow their version of God, then you will be successful after your death? Why should you trust me over them? Because of the same reason. If I can prove with the help of God who created the entire universe that his personal name is what I am saying, exactly the same, then I am the truthful one. And anyone against me who is claiming some other name as a personal name to the God and attaching it to the God, but unable to bring the divine proof and divine signs from the God, is a liar against me. It's a simple thing. You don't need to open any religious book of the world. You don't need to meet any religious guru. You don't need to debate any religious follower. You do not need to waste your time. You do not need to open books. You don't need to research thousands of materials and articles, etc. You just need to have a divine sign from the God. And if the God represents by himself to you, any one of you, among the more than 7 billion people of the planet Earth, then simply accept it. Accept him. Accept his name. And if you don't know, then ask someone who understands the language. You might be an illiterate person because God has a language, a specific language. And God writes his name in his own personal language. What is the personal language of God? It's Arabic. And what is the proof that Arabic is his personal language? Because he writes his name, personal name in Arabic only. He has been writing his name in the 21st century of the modern science and technology through the nature, and you will find his signatures in a written form naturally, obviously by his command, by his powers. But if from your perspective, it appears naturally. But from the point of view of the God, he does it by himself without using his physical hand. You don't see it. Maybe the God is using his hand, but you cannot see the invisible hand of God because from your perspective of eyes, because your eyes are not able to perceive the God. But if the God comes and writes his name or transforms something, you cannot see the God coming here because there are many concepts related to God. But I'm not going to detail how he comes, where he comes, what does he do, because all the things are details. Unless the God is proved, what you should do about the detail, because I'm telling, then again, what is the proof? So I will need to refer to the details which have been given by the God to explain about his characteristics, personality, attributes, talents, skills, so many things. So first of all, the name. So the God has been practically demonstrating his name through the mouth of creatures which are under his control, which have not been given the freedom like the human have.
Allah, Allah, Allah.
Because we human have some freedom given by the God. We can think, we can use our common sense, we can decide, we can take an action, we can execute something. But animals, birds, insects, and many other kind of creatures cannot do this. They have a limitation. And especially the wisdom, the common sense that we use, it is given to human. So this is the reason. If people who claim that they are human and they are not using their common sense by looking the divine science from the God, and they say that they are human, no, they are not human. They are worse than animals. They are worse than insects. They are worse than birds because they are not using their common sense, even although they are human. So Allah has been writing his name in Arabic, and no other God, as claimed by many other people who say there are many gods or that one is God or that one is God. No other one except Allah has been writing his name through the nature in the 21st century. This is what I'm telling you. It is a clear, practical, irrefutable proof. And you can see that the creatures, animals, birds, trees, vegetables, and so many other creatures which have signed name of Allah and the name of Muhammad, his last prophet, peace be upon him. So this is the reason. If you say, let's suppose that it is happening automatically, then I will ask why it is not happening automatically for all other gods beside Allah, which are being worshipped by billions of people on planet Earth. Your planet Earth. I came here to guide and help people connect back to their Lord, the true God. This is my mission. This is what I am working on. This is why I do not sleep properly, because I have a task to help billions of people know that their true creator is Allah. And without using any book. I don't want to use any for proving the existence of Allah, because Allah is not dependent on any book, any prophet, any human. He is not dependent on anything that you think that he is dependent to prove that he is God. He can use any of his creature just for demonstrating his miracle, just for proving that he is Allah, the one and only, the mighty, the majesty, the Lord, the creator of everything. And now, if I'm saying that his name is Allah, the creatures are my witnesses. And my army is neutral. My army is not the someone who takes bribe. My army do not lie. My army does not lie. My army is not under control of any imaginary god. It is controlled by the real God. He demonstrated miracles through their mouth, and I represented it all in front of you. But if you think that this is editing, it is fake, it is false, or some other issues, then I invite all of you, any one of you, who believe with confidence and courage, conviction that this is all fake, to come in front of me and prove all of these fake and editing. You have forensic experts. They can check the videos. They can test the videos. They are openly available all over the YouTube. One click can demonstrate you so many videos. Not mine. People uploaded them from all over the world, from random places. I only organized and collected them on a dedicated YouTube channel, God of Nature Allah. But if you don't want to save your time, go research yourself. You have the knowledge. The truth has come to you. Whoever believes is good for him, and whoever denies the signs of Allah will not be able to harm Allah. And it's a clear rule of Allah according to Quran that whoever dies without accepting the Islam, it will never be accepted. That person will be among the losers after the death. And it is also a rule according to Quran that people who are being martyred in the way of Allah are alive. They are not dead. And the practical proof that their dead bodies are remain alive, Allah keeps them protected, intact condition, without any chemical usage, because Muslims don't use the chemical for the protection. It's a simple thing. If you use your common sense, if you know the science of physics, if you know the physics, if you know biology, or if you know chemistry and other kind of scientific technology or terms, whatever knowledge you have in your physical planet Earth, because I do not know, I don't have that kind of advanced knowledge. You have. You people are experts. So now you tell me why it's happening, who is doing it. If Allah is not the creator, if Allah is not doing it, then why it is not happening with other people of other religions except Islam? Why it is not happening for all the worshippers of other gods except Allah? Why it is not happening with all the followers of all other religious leaders except the Prophet Muhammad? Why it is not happening with all the people who follow their books except the Quran? Clear? The truth, that religion Islam is true, and Allah, Prophet Muhammad and Quran are the truth. Because in religion Islam, the basis of religion Islam is what? Allah, not Prophet Muhammad, not Quran. Yes, why Allah? Because Allah created the first man, Adam, and his religion was Islam. He was a Muslim. Allah is the source of religion Islam. Allah created the first man as Muslim. This is why all the children of Prophet Adam are Muslims by default. And this is what Prophet Muhammad also informed in 7th century, that mother of every person gives him birth according to his true nature, and it is subsequently his parents who make him a Jew or Christian or a Magian. Had his parents been Muslim, he would have also remained a Muslim. So who converts the Muslims into non-Muslims? Their parents. It's a clear. And what is the practical proof that children are born by default Muslims and then create? And I can also tell you, the practical proof is that newborn babies witness the name of Allah, invoke the name of Allah, glorify the name of Allah, praise the name of Allah only, without associating any co-gods or any other fake god or imaginary god. And why do they do that? Because Allah commands them to do that. Allah commands them to say it. Allah controls their mouth and allow them to speak the name of Allah. Otherwise, it is impossible for infants to invoke the name of only Allah. It is a miracle. And this is why, if the parents of an infant are Muslims or non-Muslims, it does not matter. Whenever an infant will try to invoke the name of any god, then that infant will always speak the name of Allah. And not only once, he will repeat it. Repeat Allah, 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 Allah. The repetition continuously, without training, without human intervention, without any manual training, without any manual education, without any injection, without any madrasa, without any college, without any university, without any parents. He or she, the infant, will start invoking the name of Almighty Creator and God and Lord, the Majesty, the Emperor, the King of entire universe. Allah, 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 Allah. Alhamdulillah.